Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Today is day 5 of the 21 days that we're in the midst of. And Angela, another request. And Angela, you might check back. I did one on loss. I think it was day 2. But I'm going to do this specific to loss of a loved one. Because loss, again, can be all kinds of things. So just anyone that's lost, anyone you love, call to mind that person. Hey, Fiona, always great to see you here. And call to mind that person that you've lost. Now, think of it this way. You could lose that person through death, transition, or you could lose that person because you're no longer in communication. And it's all loss. But so whatever that is for you, just think of, call to mind the persons that you've lost, and let's tap. Karate chop. I also want to say is it can be a beloved pet. So whatever sentient being you've lost, so keep that. Even though I've suffered this loss, and I'm really struggling to get over it, what if that's part of the problem? I think it's got an expiration date, and I should get over it. I choose to acknowledge my truth right now. Even though I really struggle with loss, I'm struggling with this loss so much. And what if this part of my brain tells me, you should be over it by now? What if that's the bully in my brain? Trying to give me an expiration date on grief. I deeply and profoundly accept myself now. Even though I want them back. I want them back so much. And I can't have them back in the way I've been used to. But what if I could find a new way? Go to the eyebrow. This loss. I miss them so much. I want them back so much. And it's clear they're not coming back. Not the way I want them to. And what if that voice that's telling me I should be over this by now, or at least not be in so much grief still? What if I can tell that voice to take a back seat? There's no expiration date on grief. And grief over someone I've loved shows I've loved well and loved deeply. And what if I can tune in a bit deeper and see if there's other losses from earlier in my life that are wrapped in this particular grief? And what if I can learn to honor my grief? There's no expiration date. I don't want to wallow in grief forever. But what if I can honor the path I'm on, the journey I'm on with my grief, and see if there's something else wrapped in this? And if there is, attend to that. Maybe it's triggering a childhood memory around loss. Maybe it's stirring up past events around loss. And what if I have this opportunity to check into that more deeply and see if something needs to be cleared? Maybe that little girl in me, that little boy in me, feared tremendous loss as a child. And what if my inner child is asking to be soothed, asking to be seen? And as I give presence to this inner child in me, I help whatever needs to go, so that whatever needs to come can come. And when I catch that bully in my brain trying to put an expiration date on my grief, I can remind it to take a back seat while I honor my inner child and honor my journey through grief. And take a breath. If that's helpful, to go on and tap it as many times as you need to. And I said that on the earlier video I did in this series on loss. What I realized with the loss of my sister and then my sweet cat on the same day is I had trauma from the past that was wrapped in that. And as I unearthed that and released that, then it was like this intensity of trauma that I was feeling. It really soothed, and I still was heartbroken, sad, all that, but I didn't have all this other stuff wrapped around it, mired from my past in it. And I think that's really important to look at. It doesn't mean, oh, I know what it is. I just knew, I was like, whoa, there's trauma, wrapped in here. I knew it from the way, like the physiological response that I was having to this. And then after I cleared that, it was like, I could move through the grief in a more profound and clear way and really honor it. And even now, this morning, we have this new pup and we took all the dogs out. And I was talking about our dog Lucy that we just lost in October. And even I feel it right this moment. I just miss her. She was my soul dog. I just miss her. And I have times where I'm like, I just miss that. I miss that beautiful being. I feel it. I just miss her. And that's okay. I loved her well. And she was a love bug too. So that's honoring of that person. But I know this is just, wow, I just miss her. I miss her presence. But it's not mired in all my past stuff that was caught up in there. And I think that's a beautiful thing. So, Angela, I hope you found this helpful. Fiona, I'm so happy that you're here live. I always love seeing your little name pop up. And then we'll be back tomorrow with the next one. I'm breaking these down. And tomorrow I want to do the living my purpose and having hurdle after that. So that's what we'll do tomorrow. So Barbara, great to see you too. And this will be posted on YouTube shortly. Bye for now.